Thank you. Selling synthetic drugs near your children. Now at 5, Pinellas deputies cracking down on a convenience store they call a repeat offender selling spice not far from a Clearwater elementary school. Our Edward Lawrence closely monitoring the investigation all day. Edward, a lot of parents really upset right now.
Yeah, parents are actually really applauding what's happened here. You just take a look right now. Actually, the night shift clerk has just showed up for work, and they're now arresting that night shift work. He just got in the back of that van there to go off to jail for selling the synthetic drugs to people here in the area, according to the Pinellas County Sheriff. This is the first time the sheriff has actually shut down a store, arrested the owner and the clerks for this kind of selling of illegal drugs. Earlier this year, deputies went store to store with this letter warning owners to stop selling the drug. The sheriff says this store didn't listen.
I'm happy. You have no idea.
Jeanette York says the synthetic drugs called Spice, Scooby-Doo, or K2 sold here created a blight in the community.
They've been selling that stuff for so long. It's against the law. They've been doing it, trying to be under the sly and doing it.
She complained to authorities several times, and the sheriff listened.
At one point, it was very blatant, where you could just walk in, you could find it on the shelves next to the crackers or other tobacco products or whatever it was. But now they're hiding it underneath the pizza rack in here.
The sheriff says his office notified 600 stores in Pinellas County to stop selling synthetic drugs. He says they visited the High Point Food Mart 8 times, asking the owner to stop.
This is a store that is engaged in a number of different violations, and they're poisoning the kids. And they've had plenty of opportunity, plenty of warning to knock it off, been told to knock it off with these letters.
So authorities arrested the clerk, Edward Watkins, who sold to undercover deputies. They arrested Ken Clark, who bought the drug right in front of deputies before the raid, and led the owner away in handcuffs to jail, all charged with sale and possession of a controlled substance. Neighbors cheered, especially Alana Madrigal and Sophia.
It does worry me. I do have little children, and I definitely don't want a store next to my house selling something like that.
It's not a cool way to get high. And we as a community, we're going to have to stick together to stop this completely.
I never smoked the stuff, and it shouldn't be sold anyways. So it's about time.
And the sheriff says that this store actually accepted the food stamp cards to buy the synthetic drugs. He's turning his investigation over to the state to see if they would like to prosecute the owner for that crime. Coming up at 6, see how federal authorities are involved in this raid. Reporting live in Pinellas County, Edward Lawrence, ABC Action News.